Hey there, I'm Brad Barton and welcome to 1.21 Geekawatts. This is my comic book collection. I wish. It is not my comic book collection, but it does belong to my new best friend, Spiro Ballas, and Superheroes for Hospice. Tell me about Superheroes for Hospice. What is this mission in the organization?
The mission is to raise money for Barnabas Health Hospice, which is the hospice I work for as a volunteer coordinator. I ask other people to volunteer, and so I thought I'd have a volunteer purpose myself for the agency, and I came up with this.
Sure, fantastic. So this is almost entirely volunteer driven.
Correct. There's no one paid to do this.
Yeah. So the organization has been running since 2009, is that right?
Right. I got the idea in 2009. My first volunteer project was some holiday CDs.
Mm-hmm.
But people aren't buying CDs anymore. So that didn't go well, though we got some nice press with them. And as legend has it, as I'm thinking about what else can I do for the agency on a volunteer basis, my sister calls and says she's moving. And she had the house where we grew up, and she said, all those boxes in the basement, get rid of them, please. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these? Now, some I wanted,
Yeah.
and some I knew I didn't. And so around that time, I'm thinking about it. I'm driving in my car. I have a long commute. I hear a commercial for 1-800-CARS for kids. I'm like, people donate cars. Why don't they donate comic books? And it kind of melded into an idea. Our development director at the time said, all right, run with it. And
Sure,
so
give it a shot.
Yeah, so I started announcing it through the system, Barnabas Health system, and some press releases, and started getting donations, and our first sale was the summer of 2009.
That's amazing. So the genesis at the core of this was your collection once.
Yeah, I don't think any
But
of
it's
the books
yeah,
are,
it's
maybe a Dazzler still might be around, but it grew leaps and bounds.
Sure.
I mean, my donation, I think, might have been 3 boxes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So how many comic books would you say are part of this collection at any given time?
Our last few sales have had 500 long comic book boxes filled
Yeah.
with stuff. So
Yeah.
250, 300 per
Yeah.
box.
Yeah,
Do the math, I can't.
it's too difficult. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do it either.
Right,
It's a few zeros,
Yeah.
though, we can attest to that.
Right, and then we have graphic novels and other odds and ends as well.
Right. And who donates these? I've been helping sort today,
Yeah.
and I
Thank you.
noticed that, sure, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. And I noticed that sometimes it's just sort of random issues that have clearly come from personal collections, and sometimes there are big chunks that I'm guessing come from stores.
Yeah, so we have a few friends who, whenever they need to clear out space, they donate. We've had some people who wanted to be dealers, and then they realized that it wasn't worth their time anymore during, I guess, the crash of the 90s or whatever. So we got a lot of donations that way. There was a store that went out of business, Commuter Comics in South Orange. They donated about 100 boxes
Wow.
3 years ago.
Have any incredible finds ever emerged from this? I mean, as we go through.
We're always happy when we get a New Mutants 98, but it's unfortunately, I take it back. I did get one find from a dealer who donates stuff, and he donated the first Black Widow, which was fun.
Great.
That to me is like the real find, because New Mutants 98, I mean, they're around.
Sure.
People
Right.
pay a lot for them.
Yeah. And I would imagine that a lot of it is just sort of personal interest. As I'm going through here, the things that get me jazzed are like obscurities from the 80s, from when I was a kid. Like, oh, this is the prize in the whole collection.
Right.
Only to you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff we grew up, became a hobby
Right.
list with.
Yeah,
Does that make
exactly.
sense?
It does.
Right.
That's a
Okay.
word. It's totally a word. So how much money has been raised for St. Barnabas at this point?
We just broke 75,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Nice.
last sale was 13,000, which almost doubled the sales prior.
Okay.
And so it's been growing, and it's been feeling really good.
Right. And I know at some point you started including artists, and some additional vendors have even started becoming part of the show too.
Yeah,
Right?
to highlight some older books, I did ask a vendor, because normally those books aren't being donated,
Sure.
so I wanted them to be represented. And he's been happy with the steady growth. his sales, and he donates a percentage to Hospice.
Oh, great.
Then we have a toy vendor who has been coming again just to add something else for the kids who may not, want to read, can't read books yet.
Sure.
And then the artist, Paul Castiglia from Archie, he's a writer, has been kind of our biggest champion, and through him we found some people, and they've been coming back, and then as we go to cons and promote it, other people get interested. So it's been
Absolutely.
fun.
That's fantastic. Well, the next show I know is Saturday, November 8th. It's right here. But where is here? It's 95 Old Short Hills Road in West Orange, New Jersey. And we have skipped over the fact that everything here is insanely affordable. It's like paradise. If you just want to pick up something for fun, this is the place that you do it. For more information, or if you want to donate, that's your email, right? That's sballas, SBALLAS, at sbhcs.com.
No, it's barnabashealth.com.
barnabashealth.org.
Yeah, so sballas@barnabashealth.org.
This is the man that would know. Don't listen to me. He
They
knows.
changed their name a couple of years ago, and everything else changed with it. So.
I got it. Well, thanks for doing this. It's so much fun, both
well,
as a
thank
comic fan, but also it's all for a good cause. So get out here and do
And
it.
we always accept donations.
There you go. All right, take care. See you on the next 1.21 Geekawatts.